Built-in workflows are a key difference between SharePoint Foundation and SharePoint Server, either SharePoint Server Standard or SharePoint Server Enterprise. With SharePoint Foundation, we get one and only one built-in workflow, that 3-state workflow that we've used in the previous 2 movies. It's a great workflow if you have exactly 3 states, and it's also available in SharePoint Server. But SharePoint Server also includes a number of other workflows, 6 of them, and I want to briefly describe these to you. If you're one of the folks who is running SharePoint Server to do your workflows, you'll want to know these are there so you don't create them from scratch if they're a really good match for what you're trying to do. The collect feedback workflow is designed to be able to have a document or a list item go to a group of people for feedback. All of the feedback that's provided is compiled and sent back to the person who initiates the workflow. So it might be that you want to create this workflow and have it available on demand and started manually rather than run it every single time a document is modified or created. The approval process routes a document or an item to people for approval, and it's a staged approval, so you can send it to one person or group, and after they approve, another and then another. So think of it as something that happens in series. There's also a disposition approval, and disposition approval is created to help you decide whether a document that is obsolete should be deleted or should be kept. This particular workflow is actually designed for use in records management. The approval process sort of is, but the disposition approval really is designed for record center sites. Collect signatures requires you to be able to use digital signatures in your organization, and you kick off the workflow from someplace, typically in Microsoft Office. So somebody sends a document out, and then it is signed by different folks, and it requires the use of the Microsoft Office signature line. Translation management is a workflow that is used particularly for sending items out that are going to be translated. And so we see this in translation management libraries only. It's not even available more generally. And then finally, issue tracking is used to send an item around for resolution. So it presents a page that the user can fill out and can say, here's the issue that I want to have resolved. And as that issue works its way through different stages of the resolution, that page is automatically updated. In addition to these 6 workflows, you can also use the 3-state workflow in SharePoint Server. So here's the entire list. The good news is that many of the workflows that are only available in SharePoint Server are workflows that you can create using SharePoint Designer in SharePoint Foundation.